Hey, my name's Anthony Ficken, Diamond High School principal. I've got elementary principal Sara Jackson here to talk through all the great things that are happening at the elementary. So, Sara, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. I'm Sara Jackson. I've been the building principal at Diamond Elementary. This is my first year here. Prior to being with Diamond, I was in Joplin for 12 years. I don't know. I kind of lost count after 10. Spent a lot of time there growing, developing, and felt like I was ready to take the charge here. And we've saw a lot of changes that are going on, a lot of growth opportunities that are happening in Diamond, and I'm just excited to be a part of it.
Great. So first year principal, that's super
Mm-hmm.
exciting. I know that you guys have had quite a unusual first year with some of the building construction things that are going on. So for those in the community who aren't aware of what's happening, why don't you kind of shed some light on the early childhood center that's coming next year, fingers crossed.
Okay, so essentially we're just busting at the seams. We're growing every day. We're having kids come into our building. I think this year, was it 100 or 150 more
Yeah.
students in our district?
That's a lot.
Yeah, several, new kiddos. We had to add a pre-K classroom at the beginning of the year, last minute. We're just busting at the seams. So it's been an initiative that's been in the works for 1 or 2 years here, but we were fortunate enough to have a bond issue that was passed. So we were able to add 4 early childhood classes on the north side of our building, but then we were also able to add on, we have a new gym just for elementary students, and then for youth sports. We have a new music room, 3 kindergarten classrooms. Then we renovated 3 classrooms that we already had for our first grade. We got new office buildings. We're working really hard on making our building more secure, just because safety is always a factor. And one of the first things that we think about in education is keeping our kids safe, and then helping them grow and learn. So just huge growth there. In fact, looking at numbers for this year, we're going to have to add another 4th grade position.
Awesome.
Just because we're just growing every day.
Yeah. Well, I know just from an outsider being at the high school, looking at the elementary, I appreciate the flexibility of your teachers, knowing that everybody's just kind of having to shift around, and you're kind of in a makeshift office, counselor's kind of in a makeshift office, and obviously the community that's kind of having to adjust to parent pickup and all these other things. So for clarity's sake, what's the scheduled time period for when that is supposed to be done? And we'll almost get to a sense of new normalcy for the elementary.
So we're looking at a start date for that new portion to be open August 1. So that's will allow us some time to get everybody moved in where they need to be and get all set up for open house. And then at open house, we'll reveal that to the public. So that's exciting.
That is.
I think my teachers are excited. I can't thank them enough for being so flexible. One of the hardest traits that you have to have as a teacher is to be flexible, but it's also one of the most difficult things to, like we all say, oh, I'm flexible, I'm flexible, I'm flexible. And we are, but they have such a positive attitude with the flexibility too. They're just like, okay, yep, we'll do it. If it's what's good for our kids and it's what's good for our building, they've all jumped on board. And so I have an excellent team to roll out during this time.
Yeah, and I think that's a testament to you as a new leader stepping into the building as a first-time principal. So why don't you talk a little bit deeper about maybe your mission and vision for your building, kind of going in as a first-year principal, kind of guiding a lot of new teachers and really students into academic success?
I think one of the things that I've learned throughout education is, you just have to relax. Like you want kids to be safe. You want them, to learn and grow. And that's really my philosophy in education in general is first, I want kids to know that they're safe and that they're loved. Because if we don't meet those needs, then we're not going to be able to grow them educationally. So step 1 is keep them safe, secure, loved. Then we move on to academics, and our job is to grow them. And, some kids grow at a fast rate, some kids grow at a slow rate, and the biggest deal is just to celebrate that growth in general.
Sure.
And so once we take that pressure off of ourselves and we share that with our kids, we share that with our parents, then as educators, we can take a deep breath and, just be calm. People match energy. So if we're up here, that's where everybody else is going to be.
Yeah.
If we're running right here in the middle, that's where everybody else is going to be. So just making sure that I'm always being positive, and that I have an energy that I want to be reflective of our building. And then, the staff and the students have that same thing. And we want the community to feel welcome. We want our kids and our staff to feel welcome. That's our very first line. Like, our stakeholders are key in what makes us work. So just making sure those lines of communication are always open.
Yeah, and I've heard nothing but positive things from teachers, students, parents, administrators who work with you of having a positive experience of not only you but your assistant principal, Erin Snodgrass. So kind of closing out our video today, what is something that you want the community to know either about you, Sarah Jackson principal, your building, your plans for the future, just any closing remarks to kind of cap us off for today?
Okay. So one of our motto here in Diamond is that we are the change, or to be the change. And that's what I want to be for Diamond. I want to be the change. And, I'm always receptive to feedback and ideas. And I'm just the catalyst for that. I don't always have the best ideas. Sometimes I do. Every once in a while I throw a good one out there.
You do.
But,
and a nifty Canva person, too.
Yeah, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
Canva is our video editing and image.
Guys, this guy's a pusher. I'm learning things daily, learning new things. But, like, if you have ideas or you have feedback, I want to hear them. So give us a call, email me, share them with one of the other administrators. If there's any areas that you want to see growth in or change, let us know, and let us be that catalyst to make the change happen here in Diamond.
Awesome. Well, hey, I appreciate you spending the time to come here all the way from the elementary. It's a long walk, I know.
It's a very long walk. I actually drove my car.
There you go. Hey, well, it's again Anthony Finken, Diamond High School principal, episode 4 of the Diamond Dialogue podcast. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Next year, can I be number 1, though?
Let's do it.
Because if you're not first, you're last.
That's true. Okay.
Okay.
Peace.